Hello ladies and gentlemen, Robert West back at you with another J-Tech Diesel Technology student video. Today I'm going to be talking about the air system for the brakes. I'm going to be using this pre-built brake board to show you what's up. First thing in your air supply system is the supply system. Now with the supply system you have four main components. That would be your number one is the heart, which on the other side of this, connected to our main shop compressor, is the compressor. From the compressor comes your governor, which is your lungs. The governor has three ports. It has a supply, an exhaust, and a delivery. It controls the cut-in and cut-out pressure of the air. It makes it to where your tanks won't overfill and you can explode your tanks. From the governor goes to your air dryer. Your air dryer is used as basically like a filtration system. Keeps all the oil, moisture, dirt out of your air system. It's just a giant air filter basically. From there, it goes to your supply tank, also known as the wet tank. The supply wet tank on a truck does not have a gauge, so you won't know the PSI. But from there it goes to your primary and secondary tanks. In a truck, you will have a gauge for your primary and secondary tank. On this board, they have it mounted backwards, so I can't actually get what the PSI is in these tanks. But the system still works. Connected to those primary and secondary tanks, you have an indicator light, a low pressure indicator light, which will be on the dash above the steering wheel. You'll also have a warning buzzer that will go off inside the cab when it drops below 60 PSI. Once you get your tanks filled up to 125, it's going to put the air into the rest of your system. Now the air flows from your primary or your secondary because of a double check valve that uses the higher PSI to actually run to your spring brake relay here. What your spring brake relay does, it controls the spring side of your the park brake side of your brake chambers. It also has an anti-compounding valve, which makes it to where you can't destroy your shoes by having the PB1 pulls and you start hitting the brakes in the parking lot for some reason. I don't know why you'd want to do that. It also makes it to where you have quick release or quick activation of your park brakes in case you need it in an emergency situation. When you depress the PB1, you can watch the spring go back in. It fills the chamber with air, which has a diaphragm that pushes and compresses that spring. Now your primary tank is used for the service side of the brake chambers. The air comes from the primary down to your spring brake valve. The spring brake valve is used in case of an emergency situation and you lose possibly your primary tank and you don't have air to use on your brakes. That runs all the way to your service brake relay, which works exactly like your spring brake relay. It uses quick release or activation of your service side brakes when depressing the brake pedal. Also for your service side, that'll run through the top part of your treadle valve. The top part of your treadle valve is for the main braking of the truck. The bottom side of your treadle valve is used for your steer axle and your trailer brakes, but can also be used in case of emergency. The air can bypass through to be used as your braking system. It also has an exhaust port on the bottom here for when you release, air shoots out and a quick exit. Also there's a exhaust port on each relay so the air doesn't backtrack all the way through the system. Now you can watch when I depress the pedal how quick the brakes apply, and then when I release the brakes how quick it retracts. Now on this system, as you notice, they don't go back as fast. That's because they don't have slack adjusters. The slack adjusters help control the release and apply of the brake. Watch here. It's a mechanical motion that helps spin the S cam, which actually rolls and applies to your pads. Oh, secondary air, like I said, runs to your steer axle because most of your braking is done in the rear, not in the steer. The steer has just a quick release valve that works exactly like your spring brake and your service brake valves. It's just much smaller because you have a much smaller brake chamber on your steer axle. But it also runs air all the way back to your trailer valve. Now I'm going to point out a few items on the actual truck itself for your air system. On this truck, you can see we have our air compressor right here. Bolted directly to it is our governor. You can see your steer brake chamber on this side. This is your line chamber. Your treadle valve right in here. Here's the exhaust for the treadle. All your lines. Find the air lines and relays for your rear brakes. You got to follow from this side of the hose, which is your spring side. Follow that hose all the way back. As you can see, it runs along the frame rail. Goes to your spring brake relay. And if you come back here, back to your brake chamber, you can follow the hose that's connected to your service brake side. Follow the hose all the way back up, and it goes to your service brake relay. Inside the cab, you got air hoses coming into your brake switches, your brake light switches, and for your PP1, PP7 valves, your trailer parking brake valves are located in the cab.